Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning and welcome to the Senior Moment Show. We're glad to be back with another show. My name is Bruce Lee. I am the host today. My co-hosted Rotor is out, so I'm going to be flying solo. We've got some great guests with us today from the Cache County Senior Center. And we welcome Giselle Madrid and Mariana Shelbourne to our show today. We'll introduce them in just a second, but before we do that, I want to let you know that we are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group, which is a group of professionals to help us to put on this show. If you want to learn more about them, they are on the web at empoweringseniors.info. Or if you'd like to give us information or give us some feedback on the show, you can contact us at Empowering Seniors CV at cachevalley.com or at gmail.com. Let me try that again. That is Empowering Seniors CV at gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. Or you can give us a call at 435-512-6406 and just let us know how we're doing. So welcome, Giselle and Mariana. How are you?
Thank you.
Doing well.
Great.
Glad to have you both here today. Giselle is the director of the Cache County Senior Center. Mariana works at the Cache County Senior Center as the Meals on Wheels coordinator.
Yes, that's correct.
Both very important roles. Giselle, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with this?
With the Cache County Senior Center?
Yeah.
So I started working with the Cache County Senior Center about 10 years ago. Here in November will be my anniversary date. And I started off at the Senior Center as an activities coordinator and assistant director. And my time during the activities coordinator, I helped plan all of the fun activities and got to know so much about the senior population and just how much the Senior Center provides to the community, especially our older adult community. And when the opportunity came for me to apply as a director, I jumped on board as fast as I could. It's something that I am passionate about. I love serving this population and creating new programming and providing as many resources as we can for older adults to come and be able to continue aging in place and being as active as they can and just enjoying life.
Awesome. Great. Mariana, how about you? What's your background and how did you get involved with the Senior Center?
Well, I became affiliated with the Senior Center during my time as an AmeriCorps Vista service member. So I served 2 years through that program stationed at the Senior Center.
You may need to tell us what that is.
AmeriCorps Vista is a specific service program that sends folks out to serve 40 hours a week in organizations that help alleviate poverty in some way. So during my 2 years at the Senior Center, I did basically whatever they asked me. With a smile, but I delivered a lot of Meals on Wheels routes. And so after that time in AmeriCorps, when a position became available, I was just so excited to be involved with Meals on Wheels because I remember that being such a special time of my time during the AmeriCorps Vista program.
You knew it was for you.
Mm-hmm.
Giselle, what's the mission of the Senior Center?
Our mission is to provide activities for older adults and to provide a nutritious meal every day, Monday through Friday.
Nice. And what do you consider, who should come?
Any adult that is 60 years and older is welcome to come to the Senior Center.
Well, that would lead us into why they would want to come, wouldn't it?
Why would they want to
Why
come?
would they want to do that? What's going on there?
We have so many activities, and one of the challenges and the joys that I have is helping create all of these fun activities that we want people to be able to still be active in their community. And so things that we've started this year are new that people might want to know about is coming up on October 5th at 10 a.m. We are going to have a field trip in which we are going to hike the Highline Trail. And as you know, this is a new trail that opened up, I believe, last year once they got it all fixed up. And so we have been doing some hikes this summer, and this is probably the last hike that we will do as a group, and probably our most challenging one. We've done some small ones throughout the valley, like the Logan River and whatnot, but this Highline Trail is just a little bit more challenging. So
how many miles is that?
I believe it's about a 2 mile. Another thing that we're going to be doing on October 18th, which is different, and I know our listeners might think that we can't do this, but guess what we can? We're going to be doing archery with Common Ground, and we are so grateful for that partnership that we have with Common Ground, and they have some fun activities that they've included us in, and archery is a very fun, popular one that we have done in the past, and this will happen on October 18th at 12:30.
Do these require any kind of registration, or can people show up, or how does that work?
They do need to come to the center, or they can call the center at 435-755-1720, and they just need to be on our list and register to join these activities.
Okay, all right. What else is going on?
And another fun and hitting the arts is we've also partnered with Jump the Moon, and they are coming once a month and providing an art class for us. In October, it will be the fourth Wednesday, which will be the 25th of October at 11 a.m.
So what does that look like?
He brings all of the material to the activity, and I never know what he's going to do. It seems like he decides right before what it's going to be, but it's definitely hands-on art, and it can be, I know last month they did a spin art activity on canvas, but there are so many things that he does, but he's really trying to provide art classes to the community, and I know he has partnerships within other organizations, but we're thankful to him and that partnership that he's able to come to the center and provide this fun way of an outlet for art for our individuals.
And again, this is something that someone would register for? Or
they would need to register for this, yes.
Okay, so most of these types of classes, there's some type of registration that needs to happen.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Anything else that people need to register for?
Everything really, I would recommend that they go to the Cache County web page on the internet, and you can download our activities page that has everything on there. There are so many things that I know I don't have time to talk about, but the last activity that I think is important that I would want people to know is we will have an upcoming workshop for anyone that is a family caregiver, and the workshop is called Dealing with Dementia. And this workshop will happen on the 5th and 6th of October from 10 to 12. And they would need to call the center. Again, that phone number is 435-755-1720 to register. And the class goes from 10 to 12.
Are there limits on size for some of these things? It seems like a class like that might have a size limit or something.
I would say no right now, because most of our average classes are looking anywhere from 10 to 15 people. So we have the room. But if we definitely were get up to 30 people, yes, we would have a limit. But right now we're okay. We can definitely invite more people to come to our activities.
Okay, and the hiking and the Jump the Moon, that one might be limited, but the hiking probably not. Whoever.
Right, that's correct.
Okay, great. All right, well, we're coming up on our first break. This is the Senior Moment Show. We're talking with Giselle Madrid, and we're going to talk with Mariana here in just a second. She hasn't had a chance to say anything about what she's doing, but she's chomping at the bit. We're going to head out to our first break, but again, if you want to get into contact with Giselle, 435-755-1720 is the phone number. We will take a quick break and be right back.
Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram offers free delivery service 5 days a week, Monday through Friday throughout the valley. Just stay home and they will deliver to you. With 25 different suppliers, they won't have the shortage that others might have. Also, with compounding and many other services, they will be able to serve all your needs. In order to stay safe and help slow the spread, please call Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram at 245-DRUG, and they will take care of you.
It's tough knowing how to care for an aging parent. Mom has always been there for me, but now I need to be there for her. When we found out she needed surgery, I wondered how I could attend to her needs and still be mom to my kids. I was so relieved to learn about transitional rehab at Maple Springs in North Logan. From the nurses to the physical therapists, it was like their whole staff was focused on helping Mom get better. Maple Springs in North Logan was an answer to my prayers.
Learn more at maplespringsnorthlogan.com or call 753-9400.
Did you know 1 in 3 people will visit a nursing home? Did you know that once there, they will stay there for an average of 3 years? Did you also know there are insurance options that can help cover this experience? Hi, I'm Tracy Ferris with Blue Water Health Insurance. It's not cheap to stay in a full-fledged nursing home. Long-term care insurance can help you or a loved one get the care they need and deserve. If you wait until you need it, you may be too late. Give me a call at 435-890-8155.
This is Mark Thurston with White Pine Funeral Services. The best time to plan is when you have time to plan. Having a prearranged funeral gives peace of mind for everyone involved. White Pine will customize your final wishes to fit your needs, from a traditional burial to cremation to a custom headstone. White Pine also accepts prearranged plans from other mortuaries, and we will absorb any transfer or revocation fees. No penalty to you. Visit whitepinefunerals.com or come and see us for more information.
White Pine Funeral Services, here when you need us most.
Welcome back to the Senior Moment Show. If you're just joining us today, we are visiting with Giselle Madrid and Mariana. Is it Mariana or Mariana?
Mariana.
Mariana Shelbourne. Mariana is the Meals on Wheels coordinator, and Giselle is the director of the Cache County Senior Center. And we've been talking about some of the events that are going on and some of the activities at the Senior Center, Giselle. And during the break, we talked a little bit about whether or not people need to register for most of these things. And you said they do, right?
Yes, I would say a lot of the classes that we do offer, I would definitely get online and look what we have available there at cachecounty.org and pick and choose. And there are quite a few activities in which you would need to register. Now, there are some obvious things that you wouldn't need to register for, like coming for a movie or coming for a blood pressure. We do offer blood pressure the first Friday of every month. You do not need to register for that. But if you are interested in having lunch, we do recommend that you register as well. Let us know the day before so we can have a good count of who is coming. And again, that phone number is 435-755-1720 to register to have lunch there at the center. And it is a suggested donation of $375 for anyone that is 60 years and older. If you are a spouse of someone and you are 59, 57, younger than 60, you are still able to come to the center for that suggested donation.
If they've been robbing the cradle.
Yes.
Okay. What if someone does show up and so they're not aware of how to get going and they don't call, and someone shows up at the Senior Center and wants to get involved? What does that look like?
We welcome all new individuals to the center, and let's say they're coming for the first time. The first thing we will do is have them fill out our registration form, and then we will give them a tour of the center, of all the fun activities, and mention all of those that we have going on. And if they would like to have lunch that day, then yes, that day they can have a meal. We always make about 10% more than what we have counted for, so that we can welcome our new guests that are coming to the center. And at that time, if they are wanting to maybe jump in and say like a sewing group or jump into a craft class, they're more than welcome to. It just depends if there's enough of the material, if they want to jump in a craft class or in a ceramic class. But definitely welcome to jump in and observe, and if there is enough material, we will welcome.
That probably gets someone some type of a list or an email list or something like that where they get notified about what's going on as well.
Yes, so we have the newsletter company that we work with is called LPI, and within the newsletter there is a place that shows them that they can register their email, and that will then send them all of the announcements of the upcoming events and the whole newsletter itself, so that they can see everything that we have. In the newsletter, you're going to find information on fraud. You're going to find information on Medicare. You're going to find information on outreach that we've partnered with the community, especially when there are agencies that maybe we want people to know about. For example, transportation vouchers or the VA benefit program. We're going to provide that information in the newsletter for individuals. So it's a wealth of information for many people.
Sounds like it's great. You mentioned Medicare. I know that you wanted to talk about that for a second.
I did. upcoming. Everyone should be ready. Open enrollment happens October 15th through December 7th. This is a perfect time for you to visit with someone to look at what your Medicare Part D looks like and even your Advantage plan. It is a time to review with someone, and here at the center there are 2 Medicare counselors that can help, myself, Giselle, or even Colby, and we are just a neutral location where people can come, and we have been trained via the state. They have a program in which we have been trained, and we can visit with people and go over all of their prescription drug plans, whether it's a standalone Part D or an Advantage plan, and let's compare and see if we can find some savings. And we might be able to look into Extra Help, which is a program that helps people for their prescription drugs and try to get them some savings that way when they go pay for their medication at the pharmacy. So again, open enrollment October 15th through December 7th. Colby and myself will be visiting with people, and we encourage you to call and set up an appointment so we can help you see if we can find some savings, some dollars in your pockets this year.
Who wants that?
Who, right? Everyone.
Everybody wants that. Speaking of dollars, who funds the Senior Center?
So we receive our funding through federal and state funding, and that goes through the Area Agency on Aging. That trickles down from the state, feds, then the state, then the Area Agency on Aging, and then it trickles down to us. We are in contract with the Bear River Area Agency on Aging.
Okay, and really other than the donation for food, there's really the things that you do, they're free for people.
Free for people. And besides the federal and state funding, once those grants run out, we have been so blessed. We have an amazing county. Our county picks up after everything. So we have support from both federal, state, and county level support to run our programs.
Well, and even with the suggested donation, if that's a difficulty, people can still come in and participate.
Yes, that is right.
With both the lunches and with Meals on Wheels.
And with Meals on Wheels, yes.
Which is what we need to talk about now, Mariana, right?
Indeed.
And so you're the director of the Meals on Wheels program there.
Yes, coordinator.
So what is involved there?
So Meals on Wheels is a program where, for us, we deliver a lunchtime meal Monday through Friday, kind of similar to the lunches that are at the center, but we deliver them to older adults who are homebound.
And so if I wanted to have, who qualifies?
So folks who are 60 or over and homebound. And that homebound is basically folks who are not able to leave their homes without assistance because of, some sort of disabling mental, emotional, or physical condition.
Okay, and if they want to do, if a family member, I guess a family member could call, can a neighbor call and get you connected with somebody, or how does that work?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Whether it's, somebody from a doctor's office or a friend or a family member or someone who's interested in Meals on Wheels themselves, they can absolutely just call. We do a short intake, kind of take down name, address, date of birth, some of that basic stuff. And then ultimately, either myself or one of my assistant coordinators goes into their home to do our full assessment. And then, hopefully get to serve them some meals.
Right, and this is a hot meal. It's weekdays, right? Mm-hmm. But you can also do weekends?
I think that's something we've done in the past. We usually do some frozen meals, especially over holidays. So if they need something, they can get something for every day, but it would mostly be the weekdays. So cost involved with that? It is a suggested donation of $3.75, similar to the meals at the Senior Center. And again, it is purely up to what people choose to donate back to the program.
Okay. All right. Well, we're getting ready to head out to our next break here. We'll find out more about the Meals on Wheels program and what's involved with who does it and what kind of food there is and all that kind of good stuff in here in just a second. But before we head to our break, just a reminder that we are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. We're grateful for those people who help us to put this radio show on to bring this information to you and keep you informed of what resources there are in our community. And we're grateful to Giselle and Mariana for being here. We will return in just a second.
This is Brian Erickson for the Sunshine Minute. Each day, our nurses, CNAs, cooks and servers, housekeepers, laundry staff, music, recreation therapy teams, office staff, receptionists, and many more arrive around the clock. These heroes show up ready and willing to serve and protect our residents and clients. We are so grateful to our dedicated team. On behalf of the Board of Sunshine Terrace Foundation and our community, thank you to all of our employees for keeping us safe. We bring more to life together.
You have a lot of options when it comes to buying or selling a home. Do you list it online, sell it yourself, or do you have a realtor help? It's a major financial and emotional decision. A realtor is the liaison between buyers and sellers and really helps you navigate complex contracts, deadlines, and disclosures.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty.
I work for you to get the best outcome for your situation. Let me earn your trust with a free consultation and a free market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
Hi, this is Bruce with Comfort Care. One of the ways we help loved ones stay in their home is by assisting with daily tasks. These may include bathing, meal preparation, medication reminders, and housekeeping. We even help with shopping, transportation, and errands. Most of all, we offer a trusted level of care. Let us help you live your best life possible with Comfort Care. This is Bruce, and you can call me at 754-7676. Comfort Care, 754-7676.
Welcome back to the Senior Moment Show. If you're just joining us, we are talking to Giselle Madrid, the director of the Cache County Senior Center, and Mariana Shelbourne, who is the coordinator of the Meals on Wheels program. Before we went to break, we were talking about the Meals on Wheels program and some of the things that are going on there. There's a lot to running a program like this, right?
Oh, certainly.
Tell me what you have to deal with as you're putting all this together.
So I'm working on coordinating volunteers and making sure that we have volunteers each day to deliver the routes. We have 16 total routes that go out each day, and so we need a volunteer to drive those routes.
How far?
It depends. Some are quite close. Some I would say maybe are 2-3 miles long because it's just a little loop with a lot of folks in it, but we go all the way across the county.
Yeah, so from what town to what town?
From Avon to Lewiston.
Avon to Lewiston. Okay, so the entire valley.
And over to Clarkston. And
Clarkston,
yeah.
So we cover it all. So, and what time does the food come around?
The food is ready at our kitchen at the Senior Center at 11 a.m., and that's when everything goes out. And so depending on the length of the route, folks are getting, their lunchtime meals sometime between 11 and 1 p.m.
Yeah, because some of those routes might be a half hour away. So I assume that whoever's going to like Clarkston probably heads to Clarkston or something like that before they start making deliveries.
Right.
Okay, all right. Well, here's the big question. What is the food?
Well, so for example, some of the things we've had recently, yesterday on the menu was roast beef, au gratin potatoes. We had some cream peas, fruit, and a wheat roll.
Okay.
So we try to have, a good balanced meal. We always make sure to have some vegetables and some fruit. All of those things are so important for nutrition.
Do you guys publish a menu?
We do publish a menu. It can be found on page 10 of our newsletter every single month.
Oh, back to that old newsletter.
Or they can go to cachecounty.org and download the newsletter and find it there as well.
Oh, so anybody can get that.
Anyone can get that.
Cachecounty.org. Is there just a menu line item up there that says?
It's in the newsletter, so they would have to click newsletter and, like she mentioned, go to page 10 of the newsletter.
Okay, so if I want to be in that distribution and I don't traditionally go to the Senior Center, which might be the case with someone that's on Meals on Wheels,
right,
because, like we said, they may be homebound, they may not get out all the time. Is that a phone call to get my email submitted, or how does that happen?
Well, anyone can certainly still submit to the company to get those emails, but we also deliver the newsletter to all of our Meals on Wheels clients each month.
So they'll get that. But what if I'm not yet a client?
I would go to cachecounty.org and click on newsletters, and then on page 10 they can go to the menu, or even just to review the whole calendar themselves.
They can do that too. Is there a place they can register their email there too?
We do not register any emails within the center.
Okay, gotcha.
And they can also just stop by the center if someone, is wanting to refer anybody to come to the center or to refer them to the Meals on Wheels program, they can stop by the center and pick up a newsletter also.
I know the program's been a little challenging over the past few years in that there's kind of a backlog of people waiting to get into the program. And for a while, it's like 30 or 40 people deep, wasn't it?
We did have a wait list for a little bit. We did.
How's that looking now?
We are doing amazing. I know right now we are definitely taking new Meals on Wheels clients. I'll let Mariana talk about some of the new grant that we received for that.
Yeah, we were lucky to receive some funding from ARPA. And so we are able to take on more clients, at least through 2025 right now.
So the expectation for somebody that calls today who maybe didn't call because they thought there wasn't availability,
right,
they would be able to get on right away.
Exactly. We will do an assessment within 72 hours, and we are putting you on a route as soon as possible.
And if I understand the Meals on Wheels program right, it's not just about the food, right?
It is not just about the food. You're right.
What else happens there?
No, it is also a wellness check. The nutrition is important, but also it's about that socialization and getting to know somebody and making sure that they're okay each day. If our volunteers don't see an individual or aren't able to deliver, we're reaching out and we're making, contacts with their emergency contacts just so folks know.
I was going to say, I think from a family member perspective, if I wanted someone to come be checking my loved one daily, the Meals on Wheels person has to see the person, don't they?
Yes. Yeah, and we've done something new this year that we have started to implement, in which our Meals on Wheels coordinators are going into the home of our homebound clients, and we're providing activities, we're providing books, we're doing friendly phone calls. So we're really trying to do a little bit more of an effort on our end of how we can include them in socialization. We have one gal that's on Meals on Wheels, and she calls in for book club via her phone, and we have her on speaker so she can participate in that book club. But our coordinators are doing an amazing job in going into the home, visiting with clients and providing activities for them, small crafts, that kind of thing, just so that we can be a little bit more involved and we get to know them better and have some trust so that we can get to know them and see what needs they might have. And we can then provide the resources that are so available to them within the community.
Okay, so if I want to sign up, or I have a loved one that I want to sign up, or I have a neighbor who I think needs to sign up, who do I call? What does that look like?
You call the Senior Center, so 435-755-1720.
And the Senior Center is located where?
We are 240 North, 100 East in Logan.
240 North, 100 East in Logan. Be there or be square?
Our doors open right at 8:30 a.m. and we close at 4 p.m.
Awesome. Thanks for coming to be on our show today and talking to us about what's going on down there, all the great resources. This has been the Senior Moment Show. We'll see you next week.